Yes, sir. Absolutely. You spent decades at the intersection of supply chain, logistics, and tax. Um, how did you get involved in this field?
Huh, that's a very good question. So, right out of high school, I went straight on the road playing music. And after 7 years of playing music on the road, I called my dad, who had 2 degrees and started an international consulting practice around the site selection process for chemical plants. And he had come upon a little used federal regulation, federal program called the Foreign Trade Zone Program. And he started to implement the Foreign Trade Zone consulting into his international site selection business. And by the time I was ready to get off the road and poor and had no home, I said, "Hey, Dad, are you busy? Do you have any work?" And he said, "Yeah, actually, I have a lot of work. Come on." So I started working for him for $1,000 a month, Pete. That was the beginning. And basically, I got a PhD from F.J. Spencer. And that is how I learned my craft. I studied with him. I think my very first assignment was to make a presentation in front of the Civil Aeronautics Board, which is a precursor to the FAA, that allowed for a brand new airliner to go from the United States to Monterrey, Mexico, and back. So it was an international request, and we succeeded. That was my very first assignment in international trade, was to set up a new airline that ran between the United States and Mexico. And from there, I did various assignments, learned quite a bit about becoming a corporate controller for different companies, learned quite a bit. I had a finance background in college through those same years of working as a musician. So I had some accounting finance background, but very much so used that in creating the foreign trade zone um, consulting practice. And we took that from a one man show with my dad to a company that when I bought it, we had 8 people working in that consulting firm, and today we have 30. So it's grown quite a bit.